Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We have made it to the final scene of Edmund Ironside, but we've still got a few monologues to go because they like to do a lot of talking. Today we're going to get to hear from Canutus kicking off Act 5, Scene 2. So he recently sort of won this battle against Edmund, sort of by the help of Edricus, who abandoned Edward, because Edricus, while he wants to be just on the winning side, he would kind of prefer it if Canutus won, but he sort of wanted to see how the whole battle thing was going to play out. But there was this little dumb show wherein the war was happening, or a battle was happening, and Edmund seemed to be winning, but then Edricus goes over to Canutus' side, and then Canutus wins and chases Edmund off. And Edmund was very upset about this, and in Act 5, Scene 1, we got to see Edmund angry and yelling at Edricus for deserting him and for running away. And Edricus was able to spin it and say, actually, no, I was going to go and try to flank Canutus's army. I was going to try to get at him from behind so we could sandwich him in between us. But then you sounded the retreat, and then everybody had to run away, and my brilliant plan was foiled. And Edmund actually fell for that. And he's like, okay, yes, you're back in my good graces now. And Edricus is like, what a moron. At the top of Act 5, Scene 2, we're at Canutus' side of the camp. So the war isn't over, but this was a big battle. And we're over on Canutus' side of the camp, and he comes in with the usual crew, with the Earl of Southampton and Uscatulf and all of them. And he's reading this letter that Edricus had sent him that says, "My lord, my heart is firmly bound to you, and I am pressed to do you any service. But Edmund is grown strange to me of late, and I am not familiar with his thoughts. When I have once regained opinion, I will not fail to be your faithful agent. In meantime, make ye strong to hold him play, for he is coming with a mighty power." By Our Lady, this goes hard. These news are naught. Is Edmund now grown weary? Then I doubt I ne'er shall see the day I long have sought. But I must bear a semblance of good news, lest these perceive our hopes to falter, and that would clean discourage all their hearts, for all presume on Edric's policy. So the first half of this, he's reading the letter from Edricus, and the second half, he's commenting on it sort of to himself, even though there's a bunch of other people around him. Like, he wasn't reading the letter out loud to them. He was reading it to himself, and then he has some thoughts. And what the letter says basically is, from Edricus to Canutus, he's like, I'm still bound to you, I still want to help you, but Edmund is becoming suspicious of things, and I don't know if I'm in his good graces anymore or not. So just give me a little while to get back in his good graces, and then I will return over to your side. But just so you know, he's making a charge for you. Like, he and his army are coming. So once he's done reading the letter, he's like, this is not good news. This is not good if Edmund is getting clued into our plot, because then our whole plot can become undone, and then I will never win, and I will never become king. But he's like, but I have to put on a face that this is great news coming from Edricus, because everybody's pinned all their hopes on Edricus's plan. So I have to pretend that everything's okay. So the Earl of Southampton is like, is everything okay? And he's like, yep, it's great. And Canutus's wife is there, and she's like, let me see the letter. And he's like, nope, no need for you to take a look at it. It's all great news. The whole thing is great. And if I talk any more about how great it is, I'm going to weep tears of joy. Just, this is great news. And he says that Edmund is on his way, hopefully to surrender. So he's coming. And then we hear the drums, we hear the sounds that Edmund's army is on the way. And he's like, okay, everybody get ready for this. He's probably just going to straight up come in here and surrender. And Edmund comes in, and he's like, you're on my ground. Get off of it. And Canutus is like, no, this is my ground. This is my land. This is what I have won. And Edmund is going to have a retort to that in tomorrow's monologue. So I will see you then. Mwah.